many times do we need to report on this? Someone losing their life to a criminal who shouldn't have been on the streets in the first place.
Yeah, it's really disheartening, and this time it involves a criminal in North Carolina with a 31-year rap sheet accused of killing a man in a brutal stabbing. Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Mattera has the details on a death that the judicial system had decades to prevent. This is very frustrating, Jason.
Absolutely frustrating, Mark, Charlotte. And what makes this death even harder to stomach is that the victim was a Marine stationed about 70 miles away from where he was allegedly knifed to death. On Saturday, April 11th, police in Wilmington, North Carolina arrested 47-year-old Davy Spencer and charged him with second-degree murder as well as assault with a deadly weapon. Investigators say a fight broke out around 2 a.m. downtown on April 5th, which was Easter Sunday. Spencer allegedly pulled a pocket knife during the altercation and stabbed 2 people. The aftermath of the fatal stabbing, here it is, was captured on cell phone video. You can see a guy slumped over. He's bleeding out, holding his neck. A bystander rushes in, strips off his shirt, presses it to the wound, trying to stop the bleeding as officers move in to render aid. But it wasn't enough. He died. The victim, Lance Corporal Daniel Montano, who according to his family was assigned to the 1st Battalion, 2nd Marines at Camp Lejeune. Wilmington police pushed out surveillance footage after the attack, asking the public for help in identifying the suspect. They arrested Davy Spencer a week later. And when authorities finally tracked him down, they got a man whose run-ins with the law stretched all the way back to 1995. Now look at this record, pulled straight from the North Carolina's judicial portal. It starts 31 years ago. Assault, resisting a public officer, assault on a government official, possession of a stolen vehicle, trespassing, more assault. On and on it goes. In fact, the North Carolina courts labeled him a habitual felon on at least 3 separate occasions during this 31-year time period. And now Davy Spencer stands accused of murdering a 21-year-old Marine on Easter morning and stabbing another person with the intent to kill. We did reach out to the New Hanover District Attorney's Office asking how a court-labeled habitual felon kept ending up back on the street again and again. Now, they declined to comment, citing the active nature of the case. Davy's bond has been denied, so for now, at least he'll remain behind bars as his trial plays out.
You think?
Charla?
It's really unbelievable. Since 1995, this man has been a defendant 31 times, and now 32, it looks like, for murder. Jason, so frustrating. Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.